Hi, my name is Jay Wilson from brewvana, an ideal condition of harmony, beer, and joy. And I'm here to welcome you to a little side project that we've got going on here in the next few weeks. It's a little something we are calling Diary of a Part-Time Monk. For the longest time I've been interested in both beer and history. And so of course the story of doppelbock really intrigues me. And kind of what that's about is the monks from Polliner back in Germany in the 1600s. They sort of rolled their way from Italy into Germany and set up shop outside of Munich. And they, of course, started brewing beer right away. Water was lousy to drink. They didn't realize why, but the boiling process of beer made it safe and healthy. And so, of course, they drank beer. A little bit of a contrast from some elements of today's Christian church, at least in the United States, and that's a whole longer story that I'll not get into. But I've always been intrigued by the monkey references of the Belgian beers and some of the German beers, like doppelbock. The Polliner monks are credited with inventing the style, or developing is probably a better word, developing the doppelbock style of beer that we know today. And so one of the big pieces of that story is that during Lent, the 46 days from Ash Wednesday until Easter, the monks sustained themselves on a liquid fast which included doppelbock. And so a couple of years back I thought, you know, it would be a really interesting idea to do as the monks do and see what it's like to fast for 46 days drinking nothing but doppelbock. And since that time I've kind of relented and thought, well, I'll allow myself water as well because alcohol will sort of dry a guy out and I don't want to get dehydrated. And so anyway, the project, Diary of a Part-Time Monk, is going to be a 46-day fast on nothing but liquid bread and water. That is a doppelbock.
As far as the commercial brewing and brewing this special batch of beer up at Rock Bottom, I think it's awesome that the beer community and the community in general has been really supportive of Jay with this project, and a lot of people are on board. But that part doesn't necessarily intrigue me as much as the spiritual dimension. I mean, I feel like there's so many different things that are going on here with the project. Like, yes, it's kind of a personal challenge. Yes, it involves beer. Yes, it's... I don't even know. I mean, I just think there's lots of different levels to it. It's like kind of a stunt, like, ooh, I'm going to drink only beer for 46 days. That doesn't sound very nice either. Sorry. But in a way, it's kind of a stunt. But on one level, you know, if you didn't know Jay and the research that he's gone through, you might think that. But on another level, you know, I feel like there's this spiritual dimension, and for me, that's what's most intriguing.
And so John didn't hesitate. He understood that I wasn't looking to get sloshed drinking beer on the job all day. He thought it sounded like an interesting project and knew that I wouldn't take advantage and just, you know, get hammered. Getting hammered is the furthest thing from my mind with this project. My objective is to, one, stay healthy because I care about my family, and two, be able to do my job. I have a job to do. I can't afford to take off work for 46 days. I have to work. I have to do this job. This is my job, and so I can't let that, you know, flounder. I can't let that the quality drop. And so, you know, I sit on my butt at a computer for the better part of my day. A couple of years ago is when I actually conceived this idea, and at the time I was working 13-hour days in a hot and sweaty, bustling kitchen. And when I mentioned my idea to fast for Lent on doppelbock to my wife, she quickly said, you know, you hardly live the life of a monk. You know, work in this kitchen 13-hour days. You're on your feet all day. There's no way. That's, you know, monks would be a little bit quieter and more contemplative and still throughout their day, throughout their fast. And I, you know, quickly had to concede that, you know, she was right. And so I put that project on hold. But now that I work for the paper, now that I have the, I guess, supportive staff or co-workers that I do and bosses that I do, it was completely a doable thing.
If you put your mind to it, you know, and you should be able to go through this entire Lenten fast during this. And, you know, I'm willing to supply you with a beer, so it's not like, you know, money's an object there, you know.
Sure.
You put your heart and sweat into making the beer. Being here today, getting all this together, all the planning and preparation, you've got a lot personally invested in it, and I think that's a large part of what drives people when they do things like this. Is am I personally involved? It goes a large part to why I make beer. I make beer because I like to see people be happy. I've got an investment in knowing that I've got making a product that at the end of the day you can hold in your hands and you can actually enjoy, and that other people can enjoy. And that's part of the art and the craft of what I'm doing. At the same time, you've got something that you've put yourself into, and you're gonna want to see it through. I think so. That's gonna help you.